According to reports, the Bieber household is now experiencing tension. According to sources, Hailey Bieber recently approached Justin following his alleged emotional outburst following Selena Gomez's marriage to Benny Blanco. According to those close to them, there was tension between Justin and Hailey. To be honest, it's simple to understand why. Justin started blogging often on the internet the day Selena got married. There were Bible verses, selfies, sporadic quips, and even a brief movie with my music playing in the backdrop. Fans noticed the time right away and assumed it wasn't a coincidence. Many thought Justin was experiencing emotions, possibly even thinking back on his relationship with Selena, the woman who many still see as having played a significant role in his life. Naturally, Hailey witnessed everything. She had to deal with the internet pandemonium while seeing the posts and reading the comments. According to reports, she ultimately became impatient. What transpired behind closed doors is the crucial question. Was Hailey at her breaking point, or was this just another instance of internet drama? On September 27, 2025, social media went into overdrive. In a private ceremony held in Santa Barbara, Selena Gomez wed music producer Benny Blanco. She was accompanied by close relatives and friends while wearing a bespoke Ralph Lauren gown. The wedding was tasteful, modest, and serene, just what supporters had hoped for. However, Justin's Instagram revealed a whole different narrative when everyone else was celebrating Selena. Suddenly, he uploaded a number of photos, some creative selfies, a picture of him playing basketball, and a close-up of his beard. Thinking about shaving the beard was the caption. It appeared innocuous on its own, but the timing was dubious. These posts came out a few hours after Selena's on the internet. That little fact sparked a massive response. In a matter of minutes, comment sections were overflowing with statements like "It's over. Justin, and she's gone forever, bro." Even pictures from Selena's wedding started to appear beneath his postings. He had the impression that the internet was observing him in real time. When Justin posted a little video with the song "I Do," things became much worse. Shocked, fans described it as the most intentional accident in history. Convinced that Justin was not in a good emotional state, people started making connections. Longtime admirers recalled that Justin has always been honest about his difficulties. He said in 2019 that not all of his issues had been resolved by marriage. He revealed that he experienced a breakdown following his marriage to Hailey, because he believed that love would be sufficient to cure him. Therefore, many believe that Selena's wedding would trigger unresolved emotions from the past. Justin didn't seem to be doing well based on his posts from that weekend. The Bible passages he gave discussed inner conflicts and shielding your mind from harmful ideas. His selfies seemed depressing. Comments began to pour in. "There is something wrong with this dude." His name quickly became well-known worldwide. X, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Images from Selena and Benny's wedding were becoming viral at the same time. Nevertheless, Justin somehow found his way into every discussion. The notion of his collapse took across social media in a matter of hours. Fans started taking a journey down memory lane by comparing his current postings with old photos of him and Selena. Some expressed sympathy for Justin, pointing out that he was obviously still recovering from his background. Some were more critical, claiming that his actions were disrespectful to Hailey. Over 100,000 people liked a remark that read, "Hailey must be exhausted. This man continues to cheat emotionally over the internet." By then, it was more than just a beard post. So that message struck a deep chord. It had to do with what it represented. Online, unresolved emotions are being shared. Every time Selena's name becomes popular, Justin appears to follow suit. Every accomplishment she makes serves as a reminder to the public of what he lost. The internet won't let them go their own ways. And this time, everything happened on her wedding, the most emotional day possible. Hailey said nothing during the commotion. She kept her opinions to herself, didn't comment in public, and didn't publish anything online. Her silence simply encouraged conjecture. Fans believed she was either furious or extremely ashamed. Imagine your spouse being popular on the day of her marriage because people assume he is devastated by his ex. Even if the presumptions weren't totally accurate, it would still be embarrassing. According to later reports from entertainment sources, Hailey was taken aback by Justin's actions. She reportedly complained to friends about getting pulled into turmoil that she didn't start. She had spent months concentrating on her skincare line and making a concerted effort to keep a cheerful, drama-free persona. However, all of that was disregarded by the internet. The specter of Justin's previous romance with Selena consumed them. All of a sudden, Hailey found herself back where she didn't want to, be in the thick of an unrelated narrative. Tensions eventually erupted when Hailey approached Justin face-to-face. According to the Daily Mail on page 6. According to sources, the discussion was everything but serene. She allegedly informed him that his tweet humiliated her and made her appear silly, stating, "You can't just post whatever you want and pretend timing doesn't matter. You are well aware of how others will respond." She also warned him that it was harming them both and asked him to quit feeding the notion that he wasn't over Selena. According to reports, Justin went on the defensive, saying he wasn't at fault and that others were misinterpreting his intentions. But Hailey rejected this explanation. She told him that this pattern had been happening for years and that she felt stuck in a never-ending cycle. From the viewpoint of an outsider, her frustration makes sense. Hailey has to deal with the aftermath every time Justin shares something that makes people think about his past. Her comment sections are inundated with insults and comparisons from fans who criticize her behavior or even accuse her of mimicking Selena. No matter how quiet she tries to be, she is always the center of attention. Hailey must have thought that history was repeating itself when Selena's wedding became the greatest web news and Justin's post became entangled in it. Each time Selena's name came up, Hailey and Justin were pulled back into the past. That encounter was followed by an emotional exchange. Hailey felt disregarded, while Justin felt misinterpreted. It was an obvious instance of enough is enough, but it wasn't a conflict that put their marriage in jeopardy. Justin disappeared from Instagram following their altercation. Not a single like, no stories, and no fresh updates. Additionally, followers quickly notice when Justin Bieber stops posting on the internet. Even the fan accounts that often post everything about him stop talking. That usually indicates that his team intervened to control the issue and allow things to calm down before he emerges. According to insiders, Justin was ashamed of how fast the situation intensified. He had no intention of making a big deal. He was only posting as usual. But he is suddenly aware that anything he shares, no matter how innocuous, becomes associated with Selena. Their common past follows him around like a shadow. The internet still refuses to let go of their previous relationship years later. How about Selena herself? According to people close to her, she was aware of Justin's postings but chose not to let them influence her, Us Weekly reported. It seems that she felt it was needless and depressing. She doesn't care about drama and is preoccupied with her marriage to Benny Blanco. She also allegedly said that Justin's actions indicate he still hasn't reached the tranquility he frequently talks about. It's a revealing observation. It emphasizes how their lives have changed in different ways. Selena is focused on recovery, development, and progress. But Justin is still in a highly visible cycle of introspection, remorse, and faith. Despite having a similar history, their paths couldn't be more unlike. The fan conflicts began online, as was to be expected. Supporters of Selena said that Justin's postings demonstrated his continued concern and accused him of emotionally betraying her. Justin's supporters spoke up for him, saying that people were reading too much into it and that it was simply poor timing. In the meantime, Hailey's supporters threw themselves into her defense. Side-by-side edits of Selena's wedding pictures and Justin's melancholy postings were all over TikTok. On Selena's wedding day, the term Jelena began to acquire popularity once more. With a hashtag #HarpDefendHailey, Hailey's fans attempted to shift the narrative. But it was soon overshadowed by memes and jokes about Justin's inability to move on. Hailey married Justin, but Selena will always have his heart, said one widely shared tweet. Over 1 million people viewed and commented on just one post, which seemed to make things worse. According to reports, Justin's team moved quickly when the news was picked up by popular publications, including Page 6 and Cosmopolitan. He was instructed to avoid interviews, be quiet, and spend time with his family. In contrast, Hailey's squad used a different strategy. They posted polished pictures of her working on her skincare line, Rhode, highlighting her composed and professional demeanor. It was a traditional PR tactic. Hailey flourishes as Justin withdraws. The tactic was successful. The focus changed in a matter of days. The story shifted from Justin's breakdown to compliments on Hailey's composure and expertise. It was just what she needed to take back control of the narrative. Smart damage management. However, some who are close to the couple say that the mood at home is strained but calm. While Justin spends a lot of time in the studio, Hailey is avoiding heated conversations and concentrating on her work. Although disagreements with Selena are not new, friends informed Radar Online that this one may be the worst yet. It's not simply about the past anymore. It has to do with how the general public views them. When circumstances like these arise, Justin's image is scrutinized, and Hailey's reputation may suffer. This has an impact on mental health, public perception, and economics. However, this isn't really about a single song clip or Instagram post. It has to do with ancient scars that are constantly being reopened by celebrity. The romance between Justin and Selena was not your typical Hollywood affair. It was one of their generation's most well-known love stories. In real time, fans witnessed every high and low as well as every split and reunion. It is almost hard to really move on from a love story when it is so public. This is what Hailey deals with on a daily basis, even after being married to someone fresh. She married more than simply Justin Bieber. She wed his notoriety, his enormous fan base, and the unresolved aspects of his emotional past. There are still differences in public opinion. Given that Justin's history was problematic, others argue that Hailey ought to have greater patience. Some people think she has every right to be irritated. Nobody likes to watch their spouse attending an ex's wedding. All three of them are actually engaged in a vicious loop. Selena is unable to post without being associated with Justin. Hailey is unable to take a step back without drawing analogies to Selena. Justin is unable to express his opinions without creating a stir on the internet. Despite having officially ended years ago, this love triangle is still active on the internet. Heat magazine claims that Hailey informed Justin that she may return to therapy if he didn't establish clear boundaries online. This wasn't meant as a threat, but rather because she was psychologically exhausted and had already discussed in public how challenging it can be to be under continual observation. It seemed as though all of her attempts to distance herself from the drama had abruptly failed when Selena's wedding stirred everything up once more. According to sources, Hailey said to Justin something like, "If you can't protect our peace, I will." That could include counseling. That can indicate a distance. Put differently, she has finished clearing up the consequences of his behavior. What comes next then? Although Justin has been observed entering and leaving the studio, he hasn't been seen in public with Hailey since the turmoil. Hailey is giving her all to her business in the meanwhile, maintaining a polished and competent public persona. According to some insiders, the pair intends to take a peaceful vacation shortly in order to recharge before the next round of attention arrives. Restoring your reputation is practically a full-time job in Hollywood. Selena's wedding was supposed to be a happy occasion to celebrate her happiness. But instead, it became another storm that dragged Hailey and Justin back into their old conflict. Although Hailey's encounter was perhaps long overdue, it exposed a crucial fact. It's not only about the individual when you marry someone like Justin Bieber. You also have to deal with the public scrutiny, fan theories, and headlines. What do you think then? Was Hailey correct to criticize Justin, or is the internet misinterpreting him once more? This narrative is far from finished, so please share your ideas in the comments. The next chapter could arrive sooner than anyone anticipates, in my opinion. That concludes the video for today. Remember to press the notification bell and subscribe for more celebrity news so you don't miss the next one. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you later.